I didn't like it. I don't like the reaching in, the walking in, and we knew this guy was big. You know, we knew from yesterday when they changed the weight on us that he was going to be a lot bigger, and the plan was to start boxing. You know, start boxing, find your distance behind the jab, stay low, stay to his left, get away from the left hand, but it kind of turned into a firefight, and it kind of was what it was. I didn't see the low blow. The ref next to us that was sitting ringside said he didn't see it also, so we kind of go with what the ref says. And then when Marco got dropped, obviously I didn't like that. I thought we were banging with the guy that was about probably 20-25 pounds bigger. But he did get up and he did what he had to do. And we got the win, and it's a learning experience. It's kind of like we were talking about. It's a learning experience. You got to learn from it. We can't make the same mistake we did today. As we move up with better fighters, you can't make those mistakes.
And he only had 27 amateur fights. 30 fights in a competition setting, including his pros. What was the decision to turn him pro after so little amateur fights? Well,
he didn't start boxing until he was 18. So when you get to a certain age, he won the California Golden Gloves. He went to the semis and nationals. When you get to a certain age, it's either you're going to do it or you're not. The plan is to kind of learn on the job, if that makes sense. You know, we gotta take it slow with them, keep him as active as we can, get him to the right weight, which I think is going to be 68s, possibly 60s, but get him to the right weight, keep him as active as possible, and kind of fight different styles as we move up, and take our time as far as levels. And you know, hopefully after 20-25 fights, we can get to something that's important, something that we're shooting for as a goal.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Kind of like, if he didn't turn pro, he might not box anymore, because it was gonna lose money as opposed to lose money, but you're getting at least some money back.
Yeah. And what happens, you know, when there's a lot of guys like that, a lot of guys that don't have the huge amateur experience, and it gets to a point where you're either gonna do it or you're not. And if you're not gonna do it, that's fine. If you decide to do it, then there's gonna be learning on the job. That's just the way this game is. And you know, you got to be careful. We learn from this, we move on, and you know, next time we make sure that we're at the right weight, we make sure the opponent's at the right weight. And like I said, it's a learning experience. I think that the way he popped up and the way he took care of it right after, you know, was good. But just technically wise, I didn't like getting into a firefight with the guy that's 20 pounds bigger.
And the aggressiveness, the no use of distance.
I didn't like the way we went about it, and that wasn't the plan. But at the end of the day, like we were talking earlier, you know, you get in there, crowd's going crazy, and he got into a firefight. These guys, sometimes this happens, and I would like him to not do that and use his skills and use his balance, his defense, things like that. He did react well once he went down. He got up and handled his business. But it's a learning experience, and we have to get better from this. We have to get rid of the mistakes we made. You can't continue to make the mistakes that you do, or else people are going to catch on, and that's the way boxing is. We know what we're in. We know what we're getting ourselves into. We got to be smarter about. We got to be smarter about getting to the right weights, making sure that the guy we're fighting is the right weight, and go about our business in a better way.